Today on DC News Now, it's a very cold and breezy afternoon with frigid temps across the DMV. Meteorologist Damon Matson has your full week forecast. Blazing wildfires engulf the Pacific Palisades in Los Angeles. The latest on the apocalyptic scenes. Then tens of thousands of people expected to pay their respects as the remains of President Jimmy Carter lie in the state nation's capital.
We are stretching your dollar, helping you get every cent that is owed to you after a headache at the airport.
Managing your New Year's goals. Coming up, our Wellness Wednesday expert is helping you be intentional in 2025.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Shanika Grimshaw, filling in for Mark Hall on this Wednesday afternoon. It's already been a week with snow and bitter cold temperatures. We have meteorologist Damon Matson here to join us with the latest check on the forecast. Damon, it's just been so cold. I don't know what to do anymore.
If there was one person I thought of with all this cold out there, it was you, Shanika. I know you're not a fan of this at all. And I don't got good news for you. I hate to say it. This cold air, it is not going anywhere, folks. Yes, we are past that accumulating snowfall from Monday everywhere outside of the mountains. That's one exception here over the next few days. But everybody else dry, but that bitter cold stays. How about it? We have plenty of wind, too, that is fueling all of this cold air that continues to funnel on in. We are seeing still some wind gusts approaching 30, if not 35 miles per hour across the DMV, including just now in D.C. up toward Hagerstown. There we have those stronger gusts pushing upwards of 30 miles per hour. Now, these gusts are certainly a little bit more tame than yesterday, but nonetheless, it is more than enough to amplify those already cold conditions out there. Air temperatures once again are pushing back up to around the freezing mark, but when you factor in that wind, this is how cold it truly feels. How about a wind chill of 22 in the district, 17 in Frederick, and 13 in Hagerstown, and these are about the warmest these wind chills will get throughout the rest of the day. As a matter of fact, as we go into the night tonight, we are about to see some of the coldest wind chills we've had thus far this season as we see temperatures fall. So there you go. The rest of the afternoon, we are expecting that mix of sun and clouds, temperatures on the thermometer around freezing. That should help, especially with the sunshine, to continue to melt whatever slush is left out there on the roadways. But when you factor in the wind, it will continue to feel even colder. So we'll talk about those bitter cold wind chills that are on the way tonight, and we'll talk about that next possibility of some snowfall in the forecast as we head toward the weekend coming up here in just a bit.
Oh, Damon, say it ain't so. All right, road conditions are generally better across our region, but some side streets and less traveled streets are untouched, leaving people unhappy. It's a race against time for crews to get these streets cleared to avoid what's left on the ground from the freezing temperatures, as low as they are. So we're continuing to see several plow trucks out working to remove snow from the roadways. But while some are satisfied with how their streets look, others think it could be better.
Doesn't matter how much salt we have on there, but with these such low temperatures, we're constantly fighting this battle. So you may see where you see slushy streets and icy street, but overnight it happens, and because it is constantly cold, we're not getting a break with this weather. But we're still working, we're still out here, crews are still pushing snow out the way and applying salt.
Shout out to them, and you can follow along to see which roads have been plowed and where the plow trucks are on the district's snow team tracker. You can find that link on our website. That's at dcnewsnow.com. And turning now to California, the LA County Fire Chief says all LA County residents are in danger as wildfires continue to grow with 0% containment. Officials say 2 people have died and more than 13,000 structures are threatened by that fire. Tens of thousands of people are being forced to evacuate their homes, and the worst of the fires could still be ahead. News Nation's Xavier Walton reports from the Pacific Palisades with homes on fire behind him.
These winds are absolutely relentless. They're taking the fire from home to home. This one right behind us has been reduced to rubble. You can see it's barely burning, but that fire actually sparked this one here that is raging on the roof right now. You can see it almost fully engulfed. And then across the street, another image that we've seen since we've been here. Embers starting this fire, that home fully engulfed. This area, Palisades, where we are, iconic, not far from PCH. We're on Sunset Boulevard. People know it well. I don't know what these people are going to come back to. I'm told officials say this is only going to get worse. The winds are only going to get stronger and stronger. But if you take a look there, everywhere you look, there is a fire, there is a home going up in smoke, there are embers flying. That's why these fires are spreading so fast. And right now, there's no telling when it's going to end. From Palisades, Xavier Walton, News Nation.
Scary situation there. All right, 12:05. If you live in Fairfax County, expect some delays. Police say crews are fixing a water main break on Fort Hunt Road and Croton Drive. Now, the roads are still closed, and we'll provide updates throughout the day when they will reopen. We will let you know, or you can follow us on DCNewsNow.com. And an update this afternoon, Virginia State Police say they say a man who took off from a crash through a storm drain is now facing a slew of additional charges other than felony hit and run. So it happened on the Capitol Beltway, 495, during the snowstorm in Fairfax County. Troopers say as they were directing the cars involved off of the shoulder, Victor Kainza drove off of that road. Now, during a chase, he got into another crash, and troopers say that's when he jumped out of his car and ran into the woods, then into a small drain on the side of the highway. Now, a witness say they saw him crawl out of a manhole about 3 blocks away. In addition to that felony hit and run, he'll be charged with driving without a license, giving false IDs to law enforcement, and more. Virginia State Police continue to search for Kainza. If you have seen anything, just contact police. Meanwhile, a live look inside of the Rotunda in Washington, where tributes are underway for former President Jimmy Carter. After lying in state, a motorcade will bring President Carter's remains to the National Cathedral for his state funeral on Thursday. Capitol Hill correspondent Rashad Hudson has more.
Over the next 24 hours, Carter will lie in state here at the U.S. Capitol, where many Americans will brave the cold to come pay their respects to the late president. The flag-draped casket carrying former President Jimmy Carter arrived at the U.S. Capitol Tuesday afternoon. Members of the Carter family followed behind. The 39th president honored with a 21-gun salute before moving inside the Capitol Rotunda for a memorial service.
Throughout his life and career, Jimmy Carter retained a fundamental decency.
Vice President Kamala Harris delivered one of the eulogies.
May the works I have done speak for me.
Senate Majority Leader John Thune and House Speaker Mike Johnson spoke about Carter's life dedicated to service to country.
But I rejoice in the thought that he, together with his beloved wife, Rosalind, is now before the face of his father.
Jimmy Carter was a member of the greatest generation.
And Carter's funeral will take place tomorrow at the National Cathedral here in Washington, where all 5 living presidents are expected to attend. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
We're going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, which has a beautiful ring that covers a lot of territory. The Gulf of America, what a beautiful name. And it's appropriate. It's appropriate.
As you just heard, President-elect Donald Trump is telling reporters he wants to change the Gulf of Mexico to instead be the Gulf of America. Trump made the comments as he complained about the large trade deficit the U.S. has with both Mexico and Canada. Now he's vowing to impose steep tariffs on both neighboring countries. All right, 12:10 this afternoon. Our 3 major airports in the DMV have been a mess this week, with hundreds of delays and cancellations leaving flyers waiting or stranded. We're stretching your dollar this afternoon, making sure you know how much money you could get back if your travel plans fail. DC News Now's consumer reporter Haley Milon joins us after speaking with experts about this.
Actually, a good amount of protection in place for consumers when you have hiccups at the airport, but experts say you just got to prepare a little to ensure you get every cent you're owed.
the ending administration have really put a lot of consumer protections in place that were not there.
Attorney Ben Farrow says flyers should immediately find out why the flight is delayed or canceled.
If it's one where they can't control it, then they're limited to what they have to compensate you for.
If your hiccup is due solely to weather, you've just got to wait it out and get rebooked. But if the issue is something in the airline's control, like staffing or mechanical issues, you can get a refund for your purchase price or another ticket without having to pay more.
If you canceled, no opportunity to get that increased cost. If they canceled, yes, you can demand that.
And don't settle for a night sleeping on the terminal floor.
If they leave you stranded in the airport, they're going to have to put you up a night in a hotel.
And see if you can get a voucher for meals as well. Now on to your stuff. Airlines lose 2 million bags a year. Really not all that many, but if yours is lost or damaged.
If they can't locate your bag within 5 to 14 days, when your bag gets lost, it's a disaster.
You're entitled to up to $3,800 compensation. 2 photos can help you make your case. Snapping a picture of your belongings before zipping up your bag and heading to the airport, and taking another just before passing it off. If it's damaged beyond normal wear and tear, you can get reimbursed for that too.
When I get to the airport and they're putting the sticker on it, I take a picture of it right there on their scale to show when they got it.
Now, to actually get the money back, you have to go to the airport and fill out a claim form. You want all of that proof, all of that documentation that you recorded. We've got information on that over on dcnewsnow.com. Keyword search, stretch your dollar. I'm Haley Mylon. Back to you.
All right, Haley, thank you for stretching our dollar. But coming up, what's the best way to stick to your New Year's resolution? Well, we're going to go over some methods to manage new goals. But first, weather. Hey, Damon.
Well, Shanika, I'm sure this weather's not making it easy to keep to this resolution so far. It's been a messy week with the snow, now the cold. We'll talk about what else we should expect for the rest of the week coming up after the break.